What is going on, guys? I finally got it in my hands. The infamous Epiphone Greeny just arrived today, and I bought this while I was on vacation last week in Florida, and was really super psyched about it. But man, I have to tell you, this is the biggest guitar disappointment that I've ever bought. And as soon as I get through making this video, I will be taking this back to Guitar Center. This guitar is just a total letdown. I mean, like most of these Epiphones that are made in China these days, it has absolutely no setup, no QC, no check over. They don't even plug the guitar in to make sure it works. And how do I know that? The last couple Epiphones that I've bought have been this way, and try to plug it in just to kind of see what it sounds like, and that input jack, you can't even plug the input of a cable into it. It's just impossible. So guitars never even been, plugged up. They sit there and wire them up all the same and just assume they work. And that's the crappy thing about buying an Epiphone these days. They're just Chinese garbage. I mean, you can buy a Gibson that's better quality than this. So second thing, frets will about cut your finger off. Now, they're not sticking out on the edges like you see on these guitars that have been hanging on the wall in Guitar Center for 2 years. They're more kind of the outside of the fret, not the part on the outside of the fingerboard. It's more the fret itself it's not round off at all. It's like it was just been clipped off, and it's just terrible. And of course, you got the infamous Epiphone Gibson headstock. The other thing about this guitar is it just feels way too light and way too cheap. This finish on the top of it's kind of like an unfinished type deal. I mean, the flame on the top is not that bad. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to see this video and say, oh, you can fix all that. You can take it and have somebody file down the frets, and you can have it set up. And I know I can do that. I can have somebody fix the input jack. But for $14.99 plus tax and shipping, it comes up to $1,600. You shouldn't have to do that on any guitar that's $1,600. I don't care if it's an Epiphone or not. This is the world's most expensive Epiphone, and it's just a piece of junk, man. It's just the most crappy built thing. It put this pretty pink case with it. I would have rather them just sold it without a case, and took 5 minutes to actually make sure the QC was good on it. I've seen a couple people talk about this wood on the back of it being kind of nice. Made in China. See, there's your problem right there. Even these Grovers do not feel like real Grovers. They feel like those fake Chinese Grovers that you would find on a Gibson. And it's just a junk guitar, man. It's so crappy. And I'm so glad the Guitar Center has such a nice return policy, so I can just ship this back to... Well, actually, I'm not going to ship it back. I'm going to drive it over there. I've got one that's about 15 minutes from my house. So, yeah, that's my take on it. And I would love to plug it up and do some kind of demo with it, but like I said, I can't even plug a cable into it. So yeah, no QC, no setup. I did tune it up, check the nut on it. The nut's way too high. Just an overall piece of junk, just a letdown. And Kirk Hammett should be ashamed for even letting this come out. Maybe if it was $800 or something, but for $1,600, this is a piece of garbage, and it's going right back. And like I said, the frets on the side, it's not the fret ends, it's the way that they clipped them off. Like, you can probably, let me see if you can. It's not even the end here. It's kind of the sides of the end. They're not rounded off at all, and it's just brutal on your hands, and it's really crappy frets, and I can feel them with my finger, and you can feel they've got overspray and crap on them, and they're not clean at all. And like I said, there are going to be some people that are going to watch this video and say, "Oh, you can fix all that." Well, guess what? For $1,600, I ain't fixing it. I'm gonna buy a nice quality guitar. I can buy a hell of an ESP for $1,600 that would not need all of this. So yeah, this thing's going back. Kirk Hammett, you should be ashamed, brother. We'll see you.